Did it work? Hello, buongiorno, happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Contessa Catalina's Wine Mixer. I am, of course, your lovely host, Contessa Catalina, and this is my wine mixer. Let me put up the actual thing on here. Today we have a special guest, Lady Isabel from Chaste Treasure is here. I'm so excited to share her with you today. I know we have lots of stories. We go way back, so this is going to be a really good day. I went to church this morning with my cousin the Pope, and of course he has some leftover wine as usual, and you can't let sacramental wine go to waste. So of course I am sharing it with all of you. So I think I'm going to bring in Lady Isabel, and we're going to do a little toast for you. So everyone say hello to Lady Isabel.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Contessa Catalina.
So I have my wine here. If you have your wine, do you have a toast to share with all of the lovely people watch?
Ooh. Well, my toast, normally I would do a funny one, but I think we should toast to all of the frontline healthcare workers who are dealing with everyone during this pandemic, and also everyone who's going out and getting vaccinated and doing your part to make the world a safer, more healthy place. So my toast to all of them.
That is so sweet of you, and salute to all of you. That is a wonderful toast. I wish the same as well.
So you're drinking sacramental wine today?
I'm drinking, this one was not the kind that they use in church. This is a nice sparkling for today, because I feel sparkling today, of course. What is it that you are drinking? I would like to know.
Oh, I am drinking Vinho Verde. It is a white wine from Portugal. It's typically a summer wine, and because it has been so snowy where I live, I just want it to feel that summer goodness again. So I figured a summery wine. Also, in my favorite wine glass, if you can tell, it is a mermaid that says "piss off" in the top. Because piss off, snow. I'm done with you. Thank you. Go away.
Love that. I love that. That sounds delicious. Oh my goodness, that is great. That is my
favorite wine. I stockpile it during the summer, so I have it all year round.
That is wonderful. We say greetings to Donald. Hello there, and Dan. Dan is and cannot see his screen. We are live. Try go into if you're watching on Facebook, refresh your page. If not, go over to the YouTube link. All right, that is a good way to watch if you're having troubles. So, oh my goodness! And look, our favorite Lord of Adventure says it's toast to you, ladies. He misses our smiling faces. We miss your smiling face as well, and your serenades. Oh, one day you should come on this show, and we're talking to Roger Awesome right now. For those of you who don't know, you should come on the show and serenade us one day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of, oh, there we go. Went out, back in is good. Speaking of boys and all of the wonderful serenades and best dates and all of the things, I do have a question for you. Those of you who have joined us for other episodes know that I ask this question every single show. So I'm going to start off this one by asking this question. We'll get started right off the bat. We have a full hour today. What was your best date ever, and why did it involve takeout, specifically Chinese takeouts?
Well, actually, my first date, my actual first date with my now fiance, we went to go see a show in the city, and beforehand we went and stopped at we wasn't takeout per se, but we went to a Chinese takeout place that had a little table and chair, so we ate in there. But it's when I realized that I really liked him, because when we were traveling there, we were on public transportation, and there was a little girl on one of the seats on the subway, and she was just making faces and playing with us, and my now fiance was just so cute, playing back with her and making faces and like doing peekaboo with this little girl on the subway. And I was like, oh my God, I love him. He's so cute. He's so good with children, and my heart just went, and that has been 7 years now, and now we're getting married. So
congratulations to you. By the way, congratulations. I know I have sent to you over the virtual messages, but I have not sent to you in person. This is as close to in person as we're going to get. So when I see you next time, I'm going to give you a big hug. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
You have proven my theory, which is that if you eat Chinese takeouts with a person on your first dates, you're going to end up either married to them or with them for many, many years. So
I think it's the MSG in the food, it just sparks, the pheromones and the love feelings, and it just happens. It's the MSG.
I
Gotta
love
be the
that.
MSG.
I love that. Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
Yes, it could give you an allergic reaction or love. You never know. Hopefully love.
Love could be an allergic reaction.
It could. It really could.
Speaking of food, I wanted to get that question out of the way. Speaking of food, I know that one of our beloved fans is saying hello to us and is making some marinade.
Hello!
Using Nonna Filomena's recipe, so thank you so much. He let me know that he went to get the fresh basil and the right crushed tomatoes. Good job. So I hope you are enjoying making your marinade. I'm going to do the exact same thing as soon as I finish my wine. So that's
always a good choice.
Are you having anything special to eat today, just out of curiosity? Anything good?
Actually, I had for breakfast. It's not quite a breakfast food, but I had kugel for breakfast.
Oh my
yes.
goodness, I love kugel.
Yes, I got my aunt a COVID vaccination, and to thank me, she made me a kugel because since we were not together for Christmas this year, and she normally makes a kugel for Christmas, and I was very sad, so she made me a thank you kugel. So I had some of that for breakfast, and it was so good. Wonderful breakfast.
That is amazing. Oh, that sounds great. That's a perfect breakfast. Come on, it's got all the important food groups.
There's some noodles and some raisins and some other stuff that just tastes good. I don't know.
Well, speaking of, she said she usually makes this for you for Christmas. And for those of you who are not aware, on the Chaste Treasure Christmas album, are we in just one song together or more than one?
I'm trying to. We did
12 treasures together.
Yes, and we did.
Up
were
on
you
the
up on the housetop? Yes.
And Sensible. So we have
yes, 3
songs together. And if you do not already, if you have not purchased that album, it is still for sale, even though it is not Christmas time. It is called Ho Ho Ho, of course.
But I feel like everything is so nasty right now. You could use some Christmas cheer. So it's a great CD to listen to just pick up your spirits.
Absolutely, please do. And one of my favorite things on the city is when you and myself and Sultana Laila were talking about what we were going to ask Santa Claus for Christmas that year.
Yes.
And I said I wanted a bottle of champagne. Of course, Lady Isabel, you said you wanted puppies, and Sultana Laila said she wanted to get laid. So
very on brand for all 3 of us.
And this is not champagne, but maybe next time it should be.
I don't know if anybody can hear it, but I think a delivery man is here, and my dog is barking currently. I don't know if you can hear or not, but he's very excited / getaway delivery man right now.
Of course. Well, if he wants to join the show, he is always more than welcome. That brings us to our next question. Over on Patreon, nobody wanted to ask this question, so I had to ask it myself. Patreon, naughty. Puppies, thoughts?
Puppies are the best. My life has changed so much since I got my dog Joey. I mean, I never had a dog before, so he is the love of my life. He sleeps with me every night. He's just the best. I collect things that look like him. I've got a purse that looks like him. I have a clock that it's hanging on my wall right now that looks like him. I've got a watch. I've got earrings, jewelry. I got these new glasses that I put little stickers in the corners that look like his face. I'm obsessed. It's a lot, but I love him. Puppy.
Your dog is privileged enough to sleep with you every night. Can your fiance say the same?
No, we don't live together at the moment. I've slept more with my puppy than I have with my fiance.
It is absolutely. You must know, gentlemen who are watching, puppy dogs come first. You come second, but also ladies come first. Let us come first.
My fiance, he actually we talked through this. He says, I feel like it goes Joey, that's my puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Then me, then like everybody else down low. But he was correct that Joey comes first. He's the best. He's been there for 4 years now, but he's there every day, and my little keeps me warm at night and wakes me up with kisses, and it's the best. I love
my
him.
goodness,
Puppies.
it's all the best parts of a man.
Yes. Yes, he never makes me angry. I never want to be like, get away from me. I always want him there. So it's much better.
Although a puppy, the one thing he cannot do is pay for your Chinese food dinner. So I mean, gentlemen, you have some redeeming qualities too. You can buy us wonton soup, lo mein,
some General Tso's chicken, anything. Puppies can't feed you. They can only just give you unconditional love.
And I want to share that, of course, another lady agrees with us 100%, ladies.
Oh, yes.
We should. And this lady in particular, she deserves to come first every time.
Yes. How do you feel about puppies?
So actually, I myself have a puppy. I love her very, very much. She is a princess. She is high-strung, high-maintenance. She is more bougie than me. And my family is what the word bougie came from, okay? So, today, I will share a little story. She's sleeping right now. Usually, she's very good. I close my little studio door, and she's very, very good. She just stays downstairs and doesn't bother anyone. But today, she was feeling a little extra. She's feeling like she wasn't getting enough attention. So she decided to come in here with me. So hopefully, just like puppy, she's not going to wake up and bark. But yes, I will introduce you to her, but I'll let her sleep for now because she's been very good. But
hopefully Joey will come make an appearance later.
Yes!
But you can only hope. Hopefully he'll be a good boy. He does like saying hi on camera. He likes to show off, so...
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
And he's more than welcome. He can be in the whole thing. He can answer questions. I'm all right with it. We had pirates on last week. All right. The puppies are more well behaved, I'm sure.
That's probably true.
I have a great question. Just changing gear very quick. I have a great question that came from Patreon, and I wanted to make sure this got asked. This is a very popular question over there. It was posted, and then everyone said, yes, please answer. What Marvel character would you want to date, and why?
This is a tough one, because I'm a huge fan of Marvel, so it's hard to pick just one. But I think if I really had to choose, and I know they're probably very popular, I could probably pick someone more obscure, but it's got to be a tie between Captain America and Wolverine. Just because Captain America, he's like the ultimate Boy Scout. He would treat you like a lady. He would be just the best. But Wolverine is also Hugh Jackman. So, yeah. So I think that's enough said. So it's got that, like, that manly hairy thing going on. I don't know. So it's gotta be.
You're singing the song of my people, all right?
No, you don't know. When I was 12 years old, I went to see Hugh Jackman in the theater, and I went to the stage door afterwards because I was obsessed from a very young age with Hugh Jackman. And I wormed my way as a 12-year-old to the front of the stage door line, and he kissed my cheek. And so it was a highlight of my life because I've been kissed on the cheek by Hugh Jackman, and it's 12-year-old me.
Yes, I agree with you entirely. I don't know quite what my answer would be, but I have two things I want to launch. We have time. I'm going to launch this. So,
go for it.
First of all, anyone who knows us from the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival knows that myself, Lady Morgan, and Lady Rosaline, which, let me throw this up very quickly. If you say puppies 3 times, does it summon Lady Rosaline? Yes, it does. And I bet you she's going to send a virtual message to me. Her ears are ringing, I'm sure. But we were performing at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival, and we were often talking about, I promise this is going somewhere. We were talking about fanfics and reading through fan things, and some things we read kind of to laugh at, but some things are really good, and we all had our things that we liked to read, even guilty pleasures, and we got on the subject of suggesting to each other different fanfics that are worth a read, which is great, and a lot of them happen to be short enough. You're not reading a whole book, it's nice to just have 20 minutes to read. And somehow Lady Morgan managed to find a Marvel fanfic that was so insane. And she was trying to describe it to us without us reading it, but she was trying to describe, I believe it was Thor, Captain America, and Wolverine together. It's funny that you picked those two. And she was trying to describe them engaged in adult activities and trying to explain the position that they were in, and she was having trouble. So before, I believe it was after a show, everyone was taking down from their stage. After all the guests had gone home from a show day, we were taking things down from our stage and getting ready to leave. And she was trying to explain to us, she said, no, why don't we act it out? Because Lady Rosaline and I were not understanding. So she places us like puppets, like marionettes, into the positions. Myself, I believe, was playing Wolverine and trying to explain it. So I'm like laying backwards on top of Lady Rosaline. Lady Morgan is like putting her leg up. And as we are doing this, thinking no one is around, we realize that the German brothers are watching us. And we did not live that down for years.
Were there any kind of pictures or video or anything?
No.
Oh,
but
that's so sad.
The next day, I believe we had one of those, like, there's those all skates at the ends where everyone sings, and they got into the positions. They said to explain what they caught us doing the day before. So I just wanted to share that tip. Those of you at Pittsburgh might remember this, and us being embarrassed.
I think if you find this fan fiction, you should post that link so everyone.
I should share it. And this lovely person here says Captain America is good for a dinner date. That is true. Wolverine's name says it. He is that phone number that is not saved as his name.
That is very, very true. Oh my God, what if both of them at the same time? I know, just.
Well,
I would date both of them.
I know how you should position yourself for such.
Oh, good.
We've acted it out. Oh my goodness. So where I was going with this, and I promise I will. It is worth you sticking around for all this nonsense. We have often talked about at Chaste Treasure shows. For example, we talked about what ice cream flavors we would be. And someone got us on the topic during a random show. I want to say it was like Indiana or one of the Floridas, like one weekend long show. And we talked about it for the entirety of the weekend. What Marvel character would each of us be? Like if we were the Marvel Cinematic Universe, each lady would represent one of the Marvel characters. So I wanted to know what your thoughts on these were, because they seem to be pretty consistent, depending on which person you ask. So everyone gives off a certain vibe, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are and see if they match up to what we had talked about before.
I know for me,
yes,
I've always felt a very strong affinity for Jubilee from the X-Men. I have, it was the first, as probably everybody knows, I'm a huge nerd. I love to dress up in costume. My hair used to be very short, and it was the first costume I ever actually did was Jubilee. And so I felt a very strong affinity. I've done many different versions of her, 90s version, updated version, vampire version, because she's been a vampire. I have a collection of Jubilee things. I collect literally everything. I've got a section of my wall that's just artwork of Jubilee. I've got collectibles. So Jubilee would be for me. And she's very under appreciated in the Marvel universe. So it's kind of more obscure unless you were a huge fan of like the 90s animated television show. But Jubilee, that's what I would go with. Jubilee.
I love that answer. And those of you who are watching in the comments, if you have a suggestion for like who goes with who, please let us know. I'm trying to remember. I believe that Lady Rosaline was Captain America, gave off that vibe. Lady Morgan, I forget what she got. We wanted to make her Loki, but we thought of something better. Something, I don't know if it was Hela or something. And it could be villain. It could be anybody.
Yes.
I was trying to remember who everyone got at the time. This was years ago. I was given Scarlet Witch, and I'm gonna say that now.
That seems pretty accurate. Yes.
I think it's the hats, to be perfectly honest.
It's the red. It's the whole red ensemble.
I want to say that we ended up with Sultana Laila as Loki.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Now I'm trying to remember who was who. I want to say we gave Agnes Star-Lord.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Now I am thinking if Oh, wait, Catalina as Dazzler. All right.
Ooh, another obscure X-Men character. I like that.
I know very little about this one, so I will go. I like the name.
Disco Fabulous Dazzler. She wears the most blinged out outfit. She roller skates. It's
Oh, done.
Yeah,
I know
Dazzler.
I've heard of, but I want to. Oh, wait, Catalina as Vision.
I like WandaVision or Catalina Vision.
Oh, I get you, Catalina Vision, not as I gotcha. Catalina
Scarlet
Vision.
Witch.
You're watching Catalina Vision. We're all the way back in the 1550s, so get ready. Next episode will be in the 1560s. Bad jokes. Bad jokes. I'm trying to think of other ladies. Now I say that, and now I cannot think.
Oh, Beatrice.
We had a Thor. I'm trying to remember who was our Thor. Was it Katya? Katya was our Katya was our Black Widow, obviously.
Yeah.
Was Catherine? No, she was not. Oh my goodness, this is driving me crazy now. I'm trying to think of who was who. Arabella was no. This is gonna drive me nuts.
Well, if anybody has any suggestions, please.
Yes, please. I'm sorry, I'm derailing.
But it's good that this is being recorded, so then we've got documentation of who is who. So if we ever forget, it's right here.
Right, say it. Let me know what you think. Oh, wait, I love this. Dazzler's power is converting sounds into light blast. The louder the done.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have to get up for this. Hang on. This is relevant. Where did I put it? It's right here. Oh my gosh, sleeping dog. Hang on. It's a climb over the sleeping dog. Okay. So those of you who do not already have one of these, I actually I have another giveaway going on that over on Patreon. So you might be able to win one of these. It is a Contessa Catalina trading card. And the reason I bring this up is, you should get one. They're from Music the Gathering. They're fantastic. But I want to read to you. They're like little Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. And my spell is Rapid Verbal Stun. So quite literally what you just explained. Yes. Oh,
you really are Dazzler.
So I like this. I like Dazzler. I'm gonna go look up Dazzler, and I learned so much on this. I really do.
We can be obscure, underappreciated X-Men characters together.
I love. Well, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm thinking someone was Squirrel Girl.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to remember who it was. Arabella is asking right now. She was insanely curious as to who she got, and I'm trying to think. I want to say that you were Bruce Banner.
Ooh.
I want to say that's what it was, because you are so smart and science most of the time. But when you're ready to kick butts, you kick butts. So I want to say that's what it was, but I'm not entirely sure, because it could have also. I don't think you were Tony Stark, because you're a little bit nicer than Tony Stark usually, although you are great with sarcasm. I would say that you're more the benevolent Bruce Banner. I want to say that's what it was. Oh my gosh, she's gonna drive me nuts. She says she'll take it. Those of you who watch, I'll take it. That'll be Bruce Banner. It sounds fine. You also look great in green, Arabella. So
now, which version? I wonder if Arabella will comment on this. Does she want to be the human Bruce Banner, the Hulk, or the one from Avengers Endgame, where it was like Hulk, but he's smart and he doesn't have the Hulk personality. He's got Bruce Banner's personality in the Hulk's body.
Oh.
Which version would Arabella want to be?
So in the meantime, while she's answering that, Lady Catherine is Squirrel Girl makes no sense to me. And Squirrel Girl is canonically stronger than Thanos, apparently. So that is good to know. Smart Hulk, yes.
Smart Hulk, yes.
Arabella, yes. I love
good choice. The correct choice.
4,000%. Would you say that you love it 3,000? Oh. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Now my heart is breaking all over again.
I'm sorry. Oh, no. Well, you know what? Now that we are, if you have any more suggestions, now that I totally deflated the balloon of this conversation, I'm so sorry. Hello, Dave. How are you today? We have more people joining us. That's great. I think now might be a good time, if you do not mind, Isabel, I have this new format is an hour now, and we are almost at a 30-minute mark. I have a few announcements to make, a little commercial break. If you don't mind,
Yes.
oh, hang on. Obscure Dragon Ball Z joke. My love for it is over 9,000. And Catherine is saying too soon. I am so sorry. I know. I apologize.
Maybe while you're doing your thing, I'll go see if Joey wants to come on camera.
Oh, please do. All right. So this is a good way to stop. I do have a lot of things. Let me throw you backstage very, very quickly. And let me take this down for a moment. I have a couple of things I want to share with all of you lovely people today. We are absolutely in our new 1 hour format. So thank you for joining us. And now is a little time for a little break. It's a word from our sponsors, except sort of not. It's just me telling you things that I need to tell you. And if you have seen over on Discord, or if you've been paying attention to the little breadcrumbs that I have been dropping on Patreon, I have a surprise special announcement today for a big new project. So stick around. So that will be at the end of this little commercial break. But first of all, I would like to bring your attention, I know I have done this a couple of times, to this beautiful sign that I have behind me. This is a wonderful gift from the folks at 3d2u.org. Please give them a like and a follow and check out some of their things. I have a dice box in the work from them. I have ordered from them. I'm going to be getting some other things. They are fantastic. Look how beautiful this is. They are wonderful. They are a local small business. Please support your local artists. Everyone deserves at least a like and a follow. They're wonderful. So I want to say thank you again and again for its beautiful gifts. And I look forward to more presents that I have ordered from you to come and I get to show them up on camera. So a couple. Sorry, I tried to find the picture and I lost myself. My apologies for that one. Sorry about that. I just want to share with you a couple of little things that are coming up soon, especially this week. I have on Wednesday, Richard Too Fast, Too Furious. Let me take this down. It is a new... It is a new production by Shakespeare Approved. So go over, I'll just sit behind it. So go over to that channel, check it out. There is an Indiegogo campaign for this so that we all get paid. I will be performing in it as Bal Bago. If you get that joke, congratulations. You are also a nerd. So that will be on Wednesday. That is Wednesday, the 24th, and that is going to be at 7 p.m. And definitely make sure that you check out the Indiegogo campaign, throw a couple bucks, toss a coin to your witchers, folks, so that we get paid for our performances. And if you haven't already, go like and follow Shakespeare Approves over on his things. I also have a couple of announcements to make for the rest of the week. First of all, that evening, the 24th, if you do not already have not already joined my Discord server, so spicy, please go ahead over and join. The link will be available. I'll put it up on my Facebook, YouTube, all of those things. Wednesday nights, we have a live Q&A, and I will be talking about all of the projects that I have already done, projects from this week, and new exciting projects coming up. You might get a little more information on some other new things. So we'll see how that goes. That is this Wednesday evening, the 24th. At, I believe, around 8:45 is going to be when I am finished with Richard Too Fast, Too Furious. And on Thursday, usually I perform my musical Thursdays live, but this Thursday I have a very good reason for pre-recording my music of Thursdays, and I actually have a little video for you. So if you do not mind, I have a 30-second trailer for what is coming up on Thursdays. Very exciting. It's a little project with the New Jersey Renaissance Festival. So here's your 30-second trailer to let you know what's going on.
Casebook entry number 24. December the 12th, 1922. Special Agent Colt Derringer, lawman, United States Bureau of Investigation, on the case. I am a justice-seeking projectile launched from the backside of Sherlock Holmes. There's been a murder at the ski lodge in the town of Cloud Haven, and I didn't come here to sell you a cesspool and tell you it's a jacuzzi. I brought my team of deputies here to solve the case.
That is right. That is a murder at Cloud Haven Chateau. It is a virtual murder mystery. That is this Thursday at 7 p.m. There are still tickets available. Unfortunately, the deluxe tickets are sold out, but you can still get your tickets $15 at njrenfair.ticketspice.com. Again, all those links, all of those things are available on my Facebook pages and on YouTube. And if you just want to know about it, just message me. I will give you all that information. And once again, on Wednesday, the Richard Too Fast Too Furious. You have to go to indiegogo.com and find Richard Too Fast Too Furious or just go to Shakespeare's page. And before we bring Lady Isabel back in with her puppy, I know they are waiting backstage. Now is the time of the episodes where I'm going to tell you all about a brand new, very exciting project that I have been working on. Folks, I have been sitting on this for months now, and my butt is sore, all right? It's sore. So I need to tell you this now. I was going to announce it on March the 1st, but I cannot keep a secret for too long. So I just want to let you know. All right, here it is. And then I have a little thing for you. I am going to be joining forces with the lovely folks at Gaming Gardens. I will be your new DM for hire to bring you all of my best role-play adventures. That's right, you can play D&D with Catalina. Starting in March, I will be accepting Patreon members only for the few slots that I do have available. But it will open to everyone soon, I promise you. So if you are interested and you are not a member of Patreon, 2 ways to do that. Either join my Patreon. It starts at just $2 a month. That is the lowest tier. Or if you really want, just let me know and I will let you know when slots open. So it's very exciting. The game is hosted over on roll20.net. So folks, let's have some spicy adventures together. I will make sure that I give you more details on that. And I know I still have this banner up, but I want to play you a little bit about the game that I will be And that is my little commercial. Look at that. Yes, absolutely. That's amazing. So if you want to, goodness knows, and this lovely person here has done role-play games with me before. Bless your heart. I'm so sorry the shenanigans that we have gotten up to. So if you yourself would like to join me if you want me to be your all-seeing God Queen, let me know and I will guide you on an adventure. So speaking of adventure, let us bring back Lady Isabel, who I know has her puppy and I'm so excited. Look, look, look.
Hello! This is Joey. If you can't tell, as I said, I would date Captain America. He has a Captain America collar because his full name is Joey Stephen. His middle name is Stephen because it was a compromise between me and my brother, Stephen for Steve Rogers, Captain America, and also Stephen Sondheim, my brother's favorite composer. But they don't make Sondheim collars. They do make Captain America collars. Yes, you're young. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes.
Oh my goodness, I love that. That is so sweet. So I want to know. I want to know all about Joey. What is Joey's favorite toy?
Oh, he loves balls. He doesn't have any anymore, so he loves collecting balls. We went on a walk in the snow, and he found one in the snow. And now it's his new favorite ball. We bring it to bed to sleep with. Yes, he doesn't have balls, so he loves balls. Yes. He also. Oh, thank you. He also, I know it's probably bad. This dog loves wine. I know. Have a finger of wine. I know. He loves wine. He loves the smell.
It's all right to give
especially red wine. Yes, he loves red wine. That's his particular favorite. But we give him a little finger of wine every once in a while because he loves it. Yes. Oh no! Don't leave yet. Don't leave
He
yet.
loves to play with balls and slip him a finger of wine every once in a while. Good to know.
His favorite game is to play monkey in the middle. Yes, where he's the monkey and he has to jump for balls. Yes, don't you? Can I have a kiss? Thank you.
Oh no!
Yes, he's my good boy. I'm obsessed with you.
Look at that face. Oh, I love it so much. So meanwhile, we have, I missed some of these during the commercial break. I'm going to bring them back up. Toss a coin to your treasure. It's a great song idea. We may have to do that. See, don't do that, because between myself and the other ladies, this is going to happen. That's a bad idea. Thank you so much, my darling. She says it'll be a barrel of fun and laughs the whole time, and you would know. And we have had many roleplay adventures together. So I am so excited. So now that you have your lovely puppy up on the screen with you, I would like to know if you have any animal or science facts.
I do. Actually, one of my favorite animal facts, I guess could be considered science as well, is that koalas have fingerprints that are almost indistinguishable from human fingerprints.
Huh.
So there have been times in Australia where they haven't been able to tell the difference between koala and human fingerprints, and so koalas have been, misidentified at crime scenes, actually, because their fingerprints are so similar. Because Australia, of course, you have an animal that has the same fingerprints as a human, so you would think it's a human when actually it's a koala. Because of course.
Oh my god! Wait, all right. So hang on. So you're saying that, let's say in Australia, someone's like Suzuki Samurai got carjacked. I don't know what they drive in Australia. I think they all look like Jeeps or Hummers or something. All right.
Of course.
It gets carjacked, and you are looking for fingerprints, and you end up convicting a koala.
Yes. Or you think you found, let's say there's a dead body in the middle of the Australian outback, and you think you found human fingerprints on the body, but actually just a random koala, touched the body, and you think it's a human, but actually it's a koala, and the koala did not kill the person. Or maybe. They do have those teeny little hands. They can probably have a knife and stab or something. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe there's actually a koala crime syndicate. There's koala Goodfellas, and they're actually committing crimes and framing humans for it.
Yes. See, they use their cuteness to hold onto the trees and eat those little eucalyptus leaves, and they use it to try to trick you and think, oh, look, we're cute, we're harmless, come cuddle us. But really, they're just using their cute to get close to you and then stats.
That's how all the Chaste Treasures work too.
Yes, it's very true.
I would like to point out that apparently koalas also have smooth brains.
Oh.
And that apparently all their wrinkles went to their fingers.
That makes sense.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think if I have a random science and animal facts. I was pointing this out to Lady Isabel backstage, and I do want to share this with all of you who might not know. Those of you Chaste Treasure fans, I do not count myself among these people at all. Most of, if not all the rest of the Chaste Treasure ladies, Joey, you're making me
I know, I had wine. I told you, he loves wine. He's a little
my
wino.
goodness. Most of the other Chaste Treasure ladies are not just so smart, but they are ridiculously intelligent. Most hold very impressive degrees in STEM, in the arts. And I cannot stress to you enough that just working with these ladies, I have learned, so I'm so much smarter now than I was before I started work for Chaste Treasure, because you ladies have so many facts. You have so many stories. I learned so much. I am not one of you. I mean, I'm a Chaste Treasure, but I'm not smart.
What do you mean? You're brilliant.
Oh, thank you. But I mean, when it comes to the education, the sciences, all of the artistic facts, the literature facts, I love learning from you. And anytime you want to share facts, so
we love learning from you as well. We learn so much from you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. It is a wonderful group of people, and I just want to make sure you all know at home, they are beautiful ladies, they are talented ladies, but they are smart ladies too. Goodness gracious.
Oh, I think Joey's going to leave now. He's getting all agitated. So
That's all right.
say goodbye, Joey. Goodbye.
Oh,
thank you for a goodbye kiss. Okay, goodbye.
Just like Hugh Jackman.
Yes. he's very hairy as well, so
I believe it.
I love me some hairy men.
I am upset about Broadway shutting down for many reasons, but one of them is I really want to see
The Music Man? The Music Man?
Hill.
I know.
What?
I went to see his one-man concert when it was touring. I guess it had to have been 2019. Where does the time go in quarantine? Who knows what time is anymore?
I believe you.
But he was fantastic. He sang, he danced, he talked about his life. It was wonderful. And it was supposed to come again. I think it did come again to Philly, but I couldn't get tickets for the second time. But still, if Hugh Jackman ever does it again, go see his one-man concert. It is amazing.
So what you are saying to me is, and this is a genuine invitation. It's not just for show here, folks. A genuine invitation. Isabel, would you like to go see Music Man with me when it's safe?
Yes.
All right.
100% yes.
We will stop the door. We will be there.
Yes.
You folks are all welcome too. You have to get tickets. We'll all go.
I mean, Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster. What could be better? Wonderful. Yes.
Amazing. I actually have. I probably shouldn't tell this story. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
I was gonna say I probably shouldn't tell this story, because I don't know how far backstage behind the scenes, pulling the curtain, you want to know, folks who are watching at home. Back when the world was still open and things were still happening, and it was safe to be, auditioning in New York City for things. I may or may not have been on a separate audition at this little underground place called, I don't know, Pearl Studios. I know. The 500, not the 519 building. It's very important. And if you know
been there. Oh, I know.
Yeah, sure. And it was so funny because you had all of these like exhausted 20-somethings in this room holding their cards, holding their binders. It's like 7 a.m. They just open. And we are all, if you've ever met actors in the wild, we are a mess. We are messy people, not necessarily dirty. We are just like I had my makeup all out in front of the floor. We all had our curlers. We were all in our sweatpants. We had all our, it was a mess. We throw our things everywhere. We sit on top of each other. It's a mess. So you had all of these professionals who this is their real job, going in for a separate audition for something else. At the exact same time across the hall, they were auditioning all the children for Music Man. Now, I'm sure it's all going to be different. This was years ago now at this point. And all of these children were bright-eyed. They were sitting nicely. They had their nice Sunday clothes on. They were holding their binders. And they were just either like playing on their things or they were reading a book. Like they were all well behaved. They were quiet. They were waiting their turn. And here come the adults. And we're like, we've got our iced coffees and our hangovers. Like, I don't know. I forgot my Contessa. Might as well wear the blocks. Like it was a mess.
Oh, I know about the children. My brother actually made it to final callbacks for the Tarzan musical, for young Tarzan back when he was 12. And the only reason they did not cast him was because he was 12 and his voice was going to be changing. But it was the same thing. All the kids had their Game Boys and their video games, and then all the adults were just like running around like crazy people trying to do their hair and makeup, and the kids were like, I don't know what's going on here, but okay, I'm just going to play Pokemon and it's okay.
It's so true. Something happens. Like when you hit puberty as an actor, you go from like this like overachieving, put together person to like, I don't know, I'll eat Cheetos for breakfast at 10 a.m. It's necessary. It happens to all of us. It's a necessary part of growing up as an actor.
Fun facts going back to Hugh Jackman on Broadway.
Yes, please.
So he was rehearsing for The Boy from Oz, which is the show I saw him in where he kissed my cheek and my life changed forever. But when he was rehearsing for that, he was filming Van Helsing. So there's this wonderful story of him in full Van Helsing hair, makeup, trench coat, everything, in his trailer where they had to put down a wooden floor so he could practice his tap dancing during filming while he's in full. So he's like, people would come into my trailer, they would see Van Helsing tap dancing in a trailer because I had to work in my rehearsals somewhere.
Right.
So fun fact about Hugh Jackman and his work ethic. Yes.
Oh, funny. I would like to throw in that it's because you become the adult that has to corral yourself. That is so true.
It's very true.
I have no impulse control. This is really bad. Thank you, Dave. Dave is absolutely loving this conversation. Me too.
Yes.
And I want to.
I already finished my wine. Time to pour some more. Woo!
That's what the show is about. I love it. We did our
also.
Oh, please.
Gazella Vino Verde. That's my particular favorite. It's not that expensive. So you can also get it on sale during the summer for like $5 a bottle. Gazella, my favorite.
Amazing. And now you know, folks, that Isabel loves Gazella. So if she is performing at a festival near you and you want to buy her a little present, that's what to buy her. Look at that.
So
speaking of wine, I know we are jumping back a little bit here, is Tommy Abbott is pouring a small glass of wine for himself, and then the rest of the bottle goes into the marinade. That is the way to do it. Just make sure the more wine you add, the more time you have to boil it or simmer it. You have to get that grape flavor out and just keep that nice edge. That's how it works. Going back to our koalas, good koalas. What am I, a human? Am I going to confuse you? It's fantastic. And drinks the wine. Oh my goodness. How did we go from random animal facts to Hugh Jackman tap dancing in a Van Helsing costume?
I don't know, but I liked it.
These are fun. I will share. These are relatively new. And Isabel, you were one of the first people to say, I'm coming on your show. I put the feelers out. And you were like, I'm here whatever day you need.
Yes, this is amazing. What else am I going to be doing on a Sunday afternoon except maybe cuddling under a blanket with Joey? This is wonderful. It gives me an excuse to get out of my, night clothes and put on actual clothes and
that's true.
Be a human being. So
I'm still in my skivvies, so I mean, it's
I was going to say, I feel like I'm a mullet. I've got business on top and then party bloomers on the bottom. So I'm the human version of a mullet. Business top, party bottom.
It weirdly matches the panel on the front of your body, though.
It does, yes. Yes.
I mean, for showing off outfits, like, hey, I'm sort of
Ooh.
Oh my god, this is so funny. I've noticed there's a difference. So next week, I'm going to tell you folks in a bit about next week's episode. There is such a difference between having just one guest and several guests. You get a very different show. And I'm starting to really enjoy these low key, laid back one guest shows. Really get to talk about random things.
Yes. And it's less like, oh, wait, you're going to talk. Oh, I'm going to talk. It's much easier to coordinate and not seem so like,
Oh my gosh. I kind of want to go off on this topic here because I just thought of a question I wanted to ask you. And because there are folks in the comments who love Van Helsing and are talking about all this Van Helsing stuff. So I wanted to share with everyone, not sponsored, nothing of this counts for anything. There's a television program that has been keeping me sane in quarantine. And I wanted to tell you all about it because you should be watching it. It is called What We Do in the Shadows. It is not a movie. So listen, the reason that I started watching it, I loved the movie, but I heard from fans that I talk like Nadia.
Yes!
And
yes, you do.
They were wondering if I took my accent from Nadia, but I have been doing this for longer.
Yes.
And so this is going back 6-7 years. This is the way I talk naturally, obviously, but this has been a thing, And I like to argue that she stole it from me. But then we came to the realization that Master Shakespeare of Shakespeare Approved sounds exactly like Laszlo. So we did a show together. We made a little video and it never came to fruition where we were just quoting back and forth.
Amazing.
We're talking about vampires, we're talking about Van Helsing. It reminded me of this. And I wanted to first of all share with you, it's a fantastic show. And not only do I sound like Nadia, but I've also heard from people that I look like I'm doing a Lady Nandor cosplay when I wear my actual outfit.
Yes!
I'm just naturally a cross-play Nandor, like in my real life.
I just started this show. I think I just finished episode 7 because I watched the movie first because huge fan of Taika Waititi. I love his work. So I think the last episode I saw was the one with the Vampire Council, where they were on trial, where it's all of the vampires on the council, and you have the cameos from the people in the movie. Seriously, watch this show.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So my question to you is going to be, is there anything that you have been watching? I know we are in the Renaissance, but, things are what they are. Is there anything you would like to recommend to the audience? Because I know that I get all of the best recommendations from our fans of things to watch, things to check out. So I want to know if you have anything for the fans that they should be watching.
Oh, yes. So my fiance and I, because we don't live together, we actually communicate every night while streaming things. So we have watched all of Schitt's Creek, great show. Watch Schitt's Creek, fantastic. We watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, wonderful. We just finished New Girl. If you haven't seen New Girl, it's on Netflix. I watched it when it was originally airing, but I rewatched it with my fiance. Great. One of the best shows I think I've ever made. It's very quirky. And now we are starting to rewatch, well, he's never seen it, I've seen it, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I know there's been a lot of stuff in the news about Joss Whedon and all lately, but the show itself was really good. So we are just starting season 2 right now. So all good shows. I recommend them all. Also, Waco. Waco is also very good on Netflix. One season all about what happened in Waco, Texas with the religious cult and everything going on there.
Interesting.
Also a very good show. Yes.
I had not heard of that one. I will
Yes.
second your Buffy thing, and I know agreed. I wanted to start rewatching Firefly the other day, and I hesitated. I'm like, I know, but I would point out to you, Sarah Michelle Gellar is an amazing person on Instagram.
She is.
So you are supporting her, and if you like Buffy and you have not watched What We Do in the Shadows, the episode that you were pointing out has a Buffy reference. What's his name? I keep wanting to call him
Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubin. Thank you.
Yes.
He plays his vampire character from
From
Buffy.
the movie. Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows. And
Yes.
if you're a fan of True Blood, Evan Rachel Wood, caught up in another scandal going on right now, plays her queen vampire character from True Blood in the show. It's amazing.
And they're going to be rebooting True Blood as well, so I'm very excited about that. Was a huge fan of that show as well.
I'm sorry, the what?
You did not know they're
I did
rebooting True Blood? Yes. Yes, yes, HBO announced that a few months ago. Also, good news is that now the rights to The Punisher and Jessica Jones have reverted to Marvel. So Marvel can use those characters again in their in what they're doing. So who knows, maybe, hopefully we can hope those actors, John Bernthal and I can't remember her name, whoever plays Jessica Jones, hopefully they'll be able to come back and reprise their roles. I've had too much wine. I can't remember her name. Yes, Kristen Ritter. Kristen
thank
Ritter.
you.
Yes.
Wow,
Thank
I
you.
should not have forgotten her first name. Anyway.
Right. But hopefully, I mean, there's rumors that Charlie Cox will be reprising his role as Daredevil in certain Marvel things. So hopefully we'll get John Bernthal and Kristen Ritter back as the Punisher and Jessica Jones. We can only hope. I'm very excited.
I love this. I'm so glad that I learned. I may or may not have once, or maybe still, who knows, had a poster of Alcide Herveau on the back of my closet door. So
Always good. It's a very good choice. Yes.
not a vampire, but like it counts. It counts.
Oh, speaking of Buffy, I'm just gonna do a quick story. So I have met Nicholas Brendan, who not a very great person, but like I've met him. James Masters, who played Spike, and David Boreanaz, who played Angel. But a friend of mine, when she went to meet James Masters, she was dared by another friend of ours to ask him to sign her breasts. So she went up and she was like, could you autograph my breasts? And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just got married. I'm so sorry, but lovely bosoms. Lovely bosoms. And like did this thing with his hands where he cupped it. Like, I wish I could. I'll autograph anything else. I can't. She'd be mad at me, but lovely bosoms.
Lovely bosoms.
So yes. So that's my favorite James Marsters story. I was like standing there as he goes, lovely bosoms. Great story.
I'm really glad to hear that he does awkward things like that, because currently, those of you who are a fan of the Jim Butcher novels, the oh my gosh, Dresden, thank you.
Yes.
I say, trying to recommend them, I can't even think of the name. He is the one who reads the audiobooks, narrates the audiobooks, and they are spectacular. If you're a fan, it is almost a different experience than reading them, because he has such a unique take on the characters. So definitely check that out. I'm so glad that now I can listen to him in that view.
Lovely bosoms.
Lovely bosoms.
So of course she just got another autograph, but she was like, this is going to be one of the highlights of my life, with James Masters going, lovely bosoms. Lovely bosoms.
have a t-shirt. Oh my goodness. All right, and we do have a suggestion. Things to watch, definitely The Wine Mixer and Ladies Unlaced. And of course, this week you should also be watching the Richard Too Fast Too Furious on Wednesday evening. Check out shakespeareapproves.com or on Facebook, YouTube for information on that. And A Murder at Cloudhaven Chateau virtual murder mystery tickets are $15. The regular ones are still available. It is live on Thursday night. And if you would like to try and solve the mystery, I am not just in it. I may or may not have directed it. So please go check that out. I'm very proud of it. And Lady Isabel, I cannot thank you enough for being on today.
This was amazing. Thank you for having me. I would love to do this again sometime. This was a wonderful way to spend my afternoon drinking wine and chatting with you. This was wonderful.
Oh my goodness, we will do this again. I have starting in the end of March, beginning of April, I have 3 slots open. So let's do it.
Yes.
Come back again. And I do want to shout out that I did not type this in. I should have. Not only do I have a Patreon, but Chaste Treasure has a Patreon. You have to type it in patreon.com/Chaste Treasure. It is not searchable. But definitely give them a little follow and see if there is a tier that you would like to subscribe to. Lady Isabel and I would love for you to be a Patreon over there, because we are not just receiving your love and donations, but we may be assisting with some of the little fun things that you get over there. So check that out. There are other Ladies Unlaced episodes coming up, including this upcoming Friday, I believe, which is going to be Ladies Evangeline, and another lady, because I'm trying to think who they are. But yes, I know Lady Evangeline.
I believe I'm going to be on March 12th, I think is the date. Yes, so you can come see me on March 12th. So tune in, but you should also tune into all of them, because every one of the ladies of Chaste Treasure is completely amazing, and support all of them and all of their endeavors.
Yes,
amazing.
Yes. And speaking of support, I will say very quickly. There we go. That I would like to thank all of my extra spicy supporters: Marco, Wiki Gunner, Robert L, DK, Kyle F, Phil I, Brian G, and Grovecat. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you too would like to support me and fund this show happening, which thank you so much. All of your efforts actually have gotten me, first of all, the ability to put all of these fun things on the screen, so that's nice, and all of the wires that hook everything together and the lights. So you're funding this, I promise you. You can go to patreon.com/Christina Koya, not Kristen Ritter. I should have remembered her name. And if you want to throw me a few dollars and you do not want to subscribe, that is fine. I do have a Venmo. It is venmo.com/Chris-Koya. And if you want to throw a couple to Lady Isabel as well, I might just split those tips with her, because she's so lovely. So yes, thank you so much. Also, please feel free to follow me on TikTok at @SoftAutumnIngenue and Insta under the same tag. I put out very strange Shakespeare TikToks. And
the best kind of TikToks.
Right. It is a niche community, but apparently I am one of the prominent members of Shakespeare TikTok, which is very strange to me. So I just put out a Lady Macbeth one that got a lot of traffic and a lot of comments underneath. So if you want to see me make a very, very lame Lady Macbeth joke, please do. And thank you. Oh, here we go. Gwendolyn, Evangeline, and Estefania. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for that.
I cannot get for this. It's going to be all the accents. That's fantastic. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. Another special thank you. And next week, we have an amazing show for you. It is going to be called Holy Cow, because I have Lady Arabella back. I have Jay DeVere back, but I also have Master Shakespeare himself. So goodness knows we are going to have a party here on the 28th. Let me take that down very quickly. Hang on. I'm still learning how to do it. There we go.
I must say, Jay DeVere, favorite drag queen. I have a shirt of Jay DeVere. Love Jay DeVere. Follow Jay DeVere and all of her work.
Please.
Do it.
And it's funny you say that. I literally just ordered my House of DeVere sweatshirt, and it is coming in the mail, and I'm going to do a full fashion show when I get it. So
I apparently was one of the first customers when they first posted T-shirts of Jay DeVere. I was one of the first customers because
you're not special. She's the best. Absolutely.
She is.
Thank you so much, Lady Isabel. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having me.
This is absolutely fantastic. And apparently, I just want to throw this very quickly. The closed captioning are having trouble keeping up with Catalina. So do all the men in my life, señoras. And salute to all of you. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And hopefully, I will see you Wednesday for Richard Too Fast and Furious and for the Q&A.